Hey, yo, you seeing this? Back again with another video for y'all. Um, I guess if it's not super obvious, this is gonna be the main channel I do reactions on. I'll probably still post them on the other one, but this would be like my main reaction channel. My other channel is mostly just for like shit, really whatever I feel like. Let me think if there's anything else I need to cover. No, I think we good. Hope y'all having a good day today. Without any further ado, let's just hop right into it. Boom, let's get it.
This is a topic that I really wanted to cover because K-Flock has been gaining a bunch of steam. He already had a
If y'all don't know who K Flock is, he's just a buzzing artist coming out of Bronx, or maybe not the Bronx, but definitely New York. He had recently just got booked for some. Free him. He innocent. He ain't did nothing. But he a drill artist. I fuck with the movement. I fuck with the movement. Even putting New York back on the map. They've been kind of dead for a little bit. Anyways, we'll see what Akademiks wrong about.
bunch of hype before he got locked up. But Akademiks was on his live stream and said this statement that it perked my ears up, and I thought, huh. And I disagreed completely. But I'm going to play it for you guys right now.
K-Flock was the closest we would get to Pop Smoke in the last 4-5 years. I just want to be very honest. I'm going to just be honest.
That's an interesting take.
K-Flock is not the only talented musician. But K-Flock is the only one. If you don't know, Pop Smoke did Brooklyn Drill. K-Flock was Bronx Drill. Brooklyn Drill been around before Pop Smoke. Salute to Chef G. Salute to 22Gs. Salute to a lot of other niggas who was doing it before. What Pop Smoke did was become a star. And people always wonder, what this hip, it's not only about making music, it's about being a star. It's about garnering the attention on what you got and turn into a movement. When I say a star, I'm talking about what the people gonna gravitate to and move with. It takes a look. It takes how you act. It takes a sound. It takes everything. It's intangible. I can't write out an equation because I can't predict it. But I hear this nigga locked up. And when he locked up, he's hotter than he's ever been. It's mad niggas who got fans in this nigga because he locked up.
I don't think K-Flock was going to be anywhere near a Pop Smoke. And I think the hype.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with bro on that take. Just simply based off of the type of music K Flock make. Like I know he made Being Honest, but even still on that, it's like when Pop Smoke was coming on to it, he could shift. He could do some more melodic like shit that the females are like. But with K Flock, it's like bro coming on that bitch like a demon, bro. Like I don't see K Flock ever being as massively like. Because the thing about Pop Smoke is Pop Smoke was real like marketable. Like you could really push him, get him in front of the audience. Like everybody's seeing like he chill, he cool. He might talk about how he got ops and shit, but he just like bro, it's just music. He making that shit sound cool. But with K Flock, if you ever hear K Flock's song, it just his energy on that. It's a little something different.
Of K-Flock is grossly overestimated because he got locked up, because we saw the way he got locked up. We have video footage of it, and his hype is so strong and concentrated within New York City that it makes it seem like it's a national, coastal movement, which it's not even that yet. I think K-Flock's hype exists the majority in New York City and people that follow what's going on in New York City, which is a small number of people. Keep in mind, and we're going to make contrasting statements both about Pop Smoke and K-Flock. Pop Smoke, he was already, Welcome to the Party, before he even blew up with Dior, Welcome to the Party, I believe, was already doing way bigger numbers than anything K-Flock had put out by himself up until this point, with no features, nothing like that. So that's already one up for Pop Smoke. Second, Bronx Drill, and I got to give you guys my opinion. Most of Bronx Drill, I can't stand it. The samples just hurt my ears the way they throw the beats on.
Hey, he ain't lying about that. Sometimes it be hard, but it's like if I swear the producers don't know how to do it. Like it's just those beats is not meant to be rapped on. Like there is a reason that there's a reason people wasn't rapping on it. It's a reason that was a pop beat, not a drill beat.
On it, and they rap. It does not sound like music. It sounds like noise. But K Flock, I did not think his music was that good. I think it's pretty bad, honestly, for the most part. Definitely below, like a level below mid. So just bad. It's not terrible, but it's not good either. K Flock was already signed to a major label. If we look at his numbers, we got to run the numbers because Pop Smoke.
See, now that does change things. If y'all didn't know, being an independent artist versus being a signed artist to a label, that really impacts like how your numbers is going to be. So I did not know that K Flock was signed. Like I guess I had some sort of inkling, like just the way his music was being pushed. I didn't know he was signed. I thought he was independent for the most part. So that does change how everything is.
Had the numbers, he had the impact. His movement started in Brooklyn and in New York, but it quickly went overseas as well as the rest of the states. While he was alive, he didn't get locked up for something crazy. He didn't have any beef that was very, very well known. Sure, he dropped that Christopher Walken track. There was some disagreements between Pop Smoke and Casanova, but it wasn't a well-known beef. They didn't run into each other. There's no footage. Pop Smoke wasn't actively getting involved in the bullshit, if we're keeping it real. So he was able to get on a track with Travis Scott, kill the track with Travis Scott, and people were looking at it, and this was on the Jack Boys album. So he renegades Travis Scott. People are like, yo, who is this Pop Smoke guy? He carried this Gaddy record. Then they check out Pop Smoke. They mess with him. Meet the Woo 2 comes out. That does around 36K first week. K Flock's doing nowhere near those numbers. I don't know what numbers his last tape did, but we got to look at K Flock's numbers. And this is why this is important. Now he's got about 3 million monthly listeners as I'm recording this. However, that is largely because
he probably did about like 15, 25 in that range somewhere. Definitely, he did better than Coi Leray. I was put money on that. He did better than 11K sales. I promise you that much.
Make It song with Cardi B, Dougie B, and some guy named Bori 300. That got put on Rap Caviar. And I remember I thought of this video topic a week ago before.
Oh yeah, that's another thing about when you're a signed artist, like you get playlisting, and playlisting is so big in like just the streaming age, you know. So when you get playlisting, that's just gonna boost your sales by crazy, because it's like some of these people out here, not me, because whenever I listen to my own music, I have a whole curated shit from years, bro. That shit like hours long, like days long. All right, but some people there is listening to Rap Caviar. There's nothing wrong with that. You could do that. I just think it's lazy. But pretty much those all them playlists that you see on like Apple Music, Spotify, all those are made by like a record label, or not a record label, but somebody from the record label is paying so that you can get your song on there. So it's all smoke and mirrors at the end of the day. Whole industry kind of crazy.
Before this song came out, or actually that song did get put on Rap Caviar. I thought about it before this came out, and I had checked his monthly listeners back then, and they were at 2 million. So 2 million flat. K Flock locked up after he had already shot somebody and his music was blowing up more.
Allegedly.
Is that really such a hot artist? I don't think so. On top of that, if we look at K Flock's regions where people are listening to him on Spotify, number 1 is Brooklyn. Usually they just put the city, like New York City, Chicago, stuff like that. They're putting the boroughs here. Next thing you know, they might just start dropping the neighborhoods. Like, yo, Park Slope is bumping K Flock. Or Pelham Parkway, they're running that K Flock up. Riverdale, I don't think they listening to K Flock out there in Riverdale. But you get the point. They've got Brooklyn as number 1. They've got New York City as number 2. They've got Chicago, which kind of makes sense. This is like drill music that he's making. That's number 3. The Bronx, which is number 4. So that's 3 of New York City in the top 5. And then you've got London, Great Britain. This is a very, very niche artist. It's just drill.
Yeah, and that goes back to what I was saying earlier. It's like the type of music that he makes just isn't. Oh, we good? Just isn't like super widely publicized. Wait, what? That doesn't even make sense. The type of music that he makes just isn't like super. There's not a massive mainstream appeal to it. just because it's drill music. People not trying to hear it like murder, kill in their ears 24/7. Unless you build different. There was a time period where there was a few weeks where all I was listening to was Gay Flock. So I might be a little biased when it comes to this.
Music. Chicago's drill. New York City, that's what's popping. And then London, they're fans of drill, or UK drill kind of got imported out to New York. I don't know how connected you could say that Bronx drill is to the UK. Not too entirely sure. But this is a niche artist. And this is after him getting locked up. Keep in mind, that's a stimulus package. You making drill music, you kill somebody on camera.
Yeah, for real. That's like
and then you're in jail and you're facing the charge. Yeah, I don't really think you can get much bigger of a stimulus package than that as a drill artist. Pop Smoke, on the other hand, and also, running back to K-Flock. K-Flock coming up, I wouldn't say it's a gimmick, but he kind of did something similar strategy-wise as the Chicago drill rappers, who was actually, that was just their regular lifestyle. But K-Flock was consistently on social media, chasing his ops down, spinning the block, beefing with people on Instagram Live. Pop Smoke wasn't doing any of that. And that kind of activity gets you clout because people want to see, yo, what's going to happen to this guy? Or what's going to happen to the people that he has problems with? So it's another advantage K-Flock had. Pop Smoke didn't do that. He got on mainly because of the music. And I think this is something that maybe Akademiks does like his music, but Pop Smoke got on largely because of the music. The music, as well as the presence and the image that Pop Smoke put out there, the energy, it was electrifying. It was something brand new. The voice was a very distinct voice that you didn't really hear. That's something that K-Flock doesn't really have. I think he's lacking in that department, as well as the music. The music is just not good. But then we got to look at other people within New York City that's more popping outside of New York City and within. We have Chef G, who's locked up. Keep in mind, K-Flock is on a major label. He's on Capitol, so I don't want to hear, oh no, he's independent, this and that. He wasn't that hot, so they probably weren't doing much with him. But let's just take a look at Chef G, for instance. Chef G got 4 million monthly listeners. He's got multiple hits. If we look at the regions that Chef G is popular in, it's London, New York City, Brooklyn, Chicago, Toronto. So he's even got a presence in Toronto. But largely, Chef G is pretty much a New York, tri-state area artist. And I think Akademiks is in New Jersey. So if you're in New Jersey or New York, the popularity of a K-Flock is perceived way higher than his actual popularity in relation to many other mainstream acts, which Pop Smoke was definitely a mainstream act before he even passed, or he was right on the cusp of it. We've also, Chef G makes way better music than K-Flock too. We've also got Sleepy Hollow, who's had way better music as well as a diverse range of music. Sleepy Hollow's biggest hit is not even drill, so that just shows his versatility. Sleepy Hollow's got 8 million monthly listeners. Sleepy Hollow's had multiple albums dropped already, and if you look at the regions that Sleepy Hollow is popular in, he's got everywhere. He's got London, he's got Sydney. So 2 completely different countries are at the top of Sleepy Hollow's list of listeners. Then he's got Chicago, New York City, and LA. So Sleepy Hollow's way bigger, but Sleepy Hollow's strictly music. He's staying out the bull. He's not actively beefing with people on social media. He stays relatively low key, and he's doing his thing. His numbers are outstanding. That's why I don't see K-Flock having become a star, because what made K-Flock a star was the fact that he was engaging in gang activity, engaging in crime, violent crime, and also rapping about it. You're not going to become popular or a star before you get locked up if you're continuously doing that. And we also got to remember Pop Smoke, he kind of got famous and popular despite something that would be considered hurting him, which was that old video when he was younger of him getting smacked or something like that. People would say that would potentially be a hindrance. Yet, despite that, Pop Smoke still got popular and people messed with him because he was such a unique act. So I don't think K-Flock is anywhere close to Pop Smoke. If K-Flock is free, I don't think he's going to become a superstar either. I think Cardi B got in on this because it's the Bronx movement. She's from the Bronx. It's a tri-state area thing. Cardi B has a huge base within the tri-state area too. So she figured, hey, I want to support these new guys. and hop on this track. I think she enjoyed the music and the movement. I don't think she believes that it's going to be the biggest thing in the game. And if she does, maybe that's because she's from the Bronx and she wants it to become the biggest thing. But me looking at it from the perspective of, is this a national thing? Is K-Flock one of the hottest rappers right now?
No.
Absolutely not. And he's not even top two, top three hottest artists out of New York City right now. Lil Tecca doesn't really have a movement within New York City, but Chef G and Sleepy Hollow have a movement within New York City, and it's bigger than K-Flock's.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, free K-Flock, you know. Yeah, that's gonna be it.